Even those of us whose businesses have remained relatively healthy during this quarantine have still seen some changes to business as usual. I rounded up a whole bunch of my smart friends to find out what shifts they've had to make during this time and how it will continue to impact the way they do business going forward.
One thing that I have been doing way more since COVID hit is helping clients utilize live video to meet their communities. These are businesses and nonprofits that need to meet with their community in real life, and I've been able to use my experience and expertise in live video to help them continue to meet that community.
Look, this spring I had planned to travel to 5 different giving days around the United States. Of course, with the coronavirus pandemic, I haven't flown anywhere. Had to really pivot and do all these different giving days virtually. So instead of jumping on an airplane with my mobile equipment, I've had to invest in some new stuff like this messy HDMI cable, this brand new microphone, and even this wheel that I spun on 22 Facebook Live videos during Give STL Day back on May 7th.
One of the things I've started doing differently since COVID is selling more. And I know that might sound counterintuitive, but what I found is that people need what I have to offer more now. They need a way to get their message out to the world. They need that support that comes through the courses and the programs that we offer. And so we have actually been launching more and more often since this started. And as things open back up, I expect the digital world to continue to be significantly more important than it was before. And so I expect us to be doing even more of this as it continues. Shorter runways to launches and launching more and more often to help more people.
One thing that I've done during this very difficult time is focus more on cold email outreach to targeted people. I've been doing my research trying to find my best potential clients, creating custom videos for those people and sending them directly to the head of marketing, CEO, or whoever who might be relevant and interested in a Facebook ads audit in order to get them to come in as a client.
Since the shutdown, my business has now expanded to add personal one-on-one coaching to female entrepreneurs where we support them and guide them through rediscovering their personal style, their branding, and social media strategies. And we definitely plan on continuing this after the shutdown.
So one thing that we're doing differently in our business since the pandemic is the introduction of a budget line of services. So instead of heavily discounting anything that we do, we've introduced a partial service instead of a full service. So that means a lot of our team are keeping in touch with our clients. They're upskilling, managing their jobs from start to finish instead of having many team members involved in the same project. This has worked really well for us. So we're coming out of pandemic, we've kept in touch with all of our clients and we've upskilled our staff. So it's worked really well and we will probably keep this budget line of services moving forward.
I am very fortunate and grateful that I've had a lot more leads coming my way during this time because businesses that maybe were on the fence before about investing in social media now realize it is the way forward for them and their business to survive this. So this has led to me really managing my time a little bit better, being more choosy about what virtual events I attend, what online communities I invest my time in, and it has also really made me up my game in terms of my follow-up process, my sales process, even the way I work with clients. It's really helping me up my game from a productivity and a systematic standpoint.
I've been working from home even before everything happened, but even more so now. I've been really having to be very intentional with the way that I spend my time, which virtual summits I speak on, what I'm doing with my day. One of the ways that I make sure that I protect my time and actually make sure that I get tasks done throughout the day is using what's called a tomato timer or a Pomodoro app. The one that I use is called Focus Me, which you see on the screen right here. It's a free Chrome extension, not sponsored, no affiliate links or anything. It's totally free. So go check it out. Look for this app or something similar to this. And hopefully that helps you protect your time so that you can be more productive throughout the day.
Finally, after nearly 10 years in business, I've started to focus on my own business. And even though my clients are now requiring a little bit more hand-holding and they require a little bit more time to get the messaging right during COVID, I've now been able to spend a little bit of additional time on my own website, my own blog, my own messaging and branding, and about 2.5 months in, that's starting to really pay off. So I've had some extra time on my hands to do that, as I wasn't able to go out and travel, and therefore my business now is stronger than ever.
What have I been doing differently since lockdown? Working on myself more, to believe in myself more, and 2, working on my business more.
Something that I've learned to do during this COVID crisis is to focus a little bit on myself and to take the time out that's been offered to me. Moving forward, I would like to think that this is something that I do continue to do and that I'll encourage clients to do, because it means we can work a little bit more, not only on ourselves, but actually working on our business rather than in our business. So it's a great time to renew and refresh, and I think something that we should do at least once a year.
One thing I've been doing very differently since the shutdown is spending more time off the computer, disconnecting, getting offline, and going outside. I'm finding that it's all too tempting to work way too hard for the clients and the influx of work that has happened as a result of the shutdown. But I'm also realizing that by taking the time to disconnect, get outside, and take that time off away from the screen, I'm actually way more efficient for my clients and way more efficient at being able to put as much attention into the work versus if I just powered through and sat at the computer the whole time and just tried to keep up with everything.
One of the ways that we're helping out during this time is that we created a Facebook group called Social Pulse Community. And it's not just for our clients, it's for anyone who wants to join. We understand that community is more important than ever, and we want to provide a safe place for anyone who needs it to share concerns, ask questions, collaborate, get the latest social media news, and more. And with a lot of stuff going on and a lot of uncertainty, we just want to be there to support you and provide a virtual hug.
As a company that's largest event and largest product is a global conference, we've really had to tailor a lot of our messaging to more, how are you using what you learned at Social Media Marketing World to enhance your business efforts at home, and different things like that, things that are very, very sensitive and empathetic to the situation at hand. And it's definitely been a learning experience. It's been a lot of fun, and I feel like our audience has really responded very well to it.
I learned to be more intentional with the way that I'm connecting and building meaningful relationships with the team members, and I believe they did the same. So we started each week, once a week on Fridays, doing what's called the Nowie Owie Ow, and it's just a team member rally that's fun, where we come up, it's themed, we ask a question of one another, get to know each other in a more meaningful way, and then encourage one another. So there's no work agenda to it. It's literally there just as a short time period that's got no other agenda other than lifting everyone up and encouraging them for all that they're doing and what they're doing.
When we first left the office and we started working remote, we implemented a daily team meeting, and that was something that was actually very helpful and useful to the team, where they could just update each other on what they were doing and talk to each other and see each other. After seeing each other every single day in the office, suddenly working from remote was a totally different style that no one was really used to. And that daily team meeting, kind of helped lift morale and keep collaboration going on.
I hope you were able to find something in there that you could relate to, or maybe that you could put into practice in your own business. Tell me, how has your business changed during this time? And in what ways do you think it will impact the way you do business going forward?